Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Kinsmen Super TV Bingo. My name is Dave. I'll be your caller for tonight's game, and we'll be right back in just a second.
Here are the Kinsmen Super TV Bingo rules. The game begins with 2 one-line bingos of top and bottom lines for $750 each. The game continues with a full card bingo. Win in 48 numbers or less and win $4,000. Win in 49 numbers or more and win $3,500. Winning cards must be legible and verified by phone up to 10 minutes after the bingo broadcast. The prize will be divided equally if there is more than one winner. The entire sheet of 3 cards must be sent to the office by regular mail. Winners will be announced during the next bingo telecast. The winners are determined by a top and bottom line and full card bingo in the fewest balls called. Send your entire card to Kinsmen Super TV Bingo, 124 Lindsay Road, Selwyn, Ontario, K9J0C5. This program is broadcast live from the Global Peterborough studio in Peterborough, Ontario. Thanks and good luck.
Welcome back. Today is March 23rd, and the card color is blue. Please make sure your cards are this color and displayed this date, as only these cards are valid for tonight's game. If you don't have cards and are wondering what locations carry them in your area, we will display them during the telecast, or you can go to our website, kinsmensupertvbingo.com. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, please ensure you're watching the live content, not a previously recorded one. If you subscribe, it'll take you to the live content when it's on. Congratulations to last week's top line winner, Brittany, who bought her card at Becker's in Napanee. Congratulations to last week's bottom line winner, Jim, who bought his card at Wilton General Store. And congratulations to last week's full card winner, Brenda, who bought her card at Mr. Convenience in Queen Street in Lakefield. So as you can see, the board's completely lit, so let's begin. Give it a good mix. Boom. And the first number of tonight's Kinsmen Super TV under the 065. Under the 065. Kinsmen Super TV Bingo, that is. Under the 065. Looking for top or bottom line. Under the 065. Under the N42. Under the N42. I'd like to welcome you all to Kinsmen Super TV Bingo. Hope you survived the storm as we head into a lovely spring day. Under the N42. Under the I-26. Under the I-26. Have a few shout-outs to get to later today. We'll do that during our transitions. Under the I-26. Under the G47, under the G47. Playing for a top or bottom line. Under the G47. Next up, another O, under the O63, under the O63. Next up, where are you? Under the B, a 5. Under the B5. Under the I, a 17. Under the I, a 17. I-17 was our last up. Next up, under the G, 57. 57 flavors. Under the G, 57. Next up, another G. Under the G is 60. Under the G is 60. Looking for that top or bottom line. Under the G60. And another G. Under the G46. Under the G46. Way down there. Next up, under the N43, under the N43. Oh, there we go. Under the N43. Looking for that top and bottom line bingo. Do a couple of shout-outs as we're playing up here. First-time players, Phil and Greg in Blackstock with Nicole and Fran. Shout-out to the Newcastle crew, Buddy, Dad, Mom, Dominic, and Brooks. Happy 85th birthday to Charlotte in Port Hope. Happy birthday to Triton from Jessica. Shout out to Jim, Bob, and Jane from Alderville, along with friends. Shout out to Callista O'Neill in Kingston, regular player from Kevin. N43 is our last number. Next up under the B1. Under the B1. A few more shout outs here. Shout out to Rosie Poo, Linda Larry, the cat in View Lake from Big Boy. Big Boy? How about that? Happy birthday from Jackie, Nanners, Sue, and Craig from Gananoque. Happy 18th to Holden from Mom and Dad. Shout out to Violet and Baltimore from Stacy, Jackie, and Beverly. Checking a bottom line bingo. So just give them a second before I pull another ball. Oh, let's do it anyways. Under the B1, last number. Next up, under the O62, under the O62. We do have a bottom line winner confirmed. We're now playing for our top line bingo. Our bottom line winner checked and verified. The O62, we'll play that. Next up, under the B15, under the B15, looking for that top line bingo. Let's see, happy belated birthday on the 21st to Donna from Jen and Rob. Okay, they are checking a top line a top line bingo. We will take a very short break and come back and confirm that bingo.
Hey, here's some drug-impaired driving laws, simplified. If police suspect you're driving impaired by drugs, they have the tools to arrest you. First, a roadside test. And if you fail, further testing at the station, which can lead to your arrest and a criminal conviction for impaired driving. It's not just alcohol, it's drugs too. If you drive high, there will be consequences.
Welcome back. We have checked and confirmed both our top and bottom line bingos. We're going to play out for the full card. Before we start, just a couple of more shout outs. Belated birthday to Paul from Amanda. Shout out to Dan and Rue from Port Bolster. Happy birthday to Jim Wickens in Madoc from Shannon and Cole. And a preemptive shout out to Randy, a good Kinsman friend of ours, playing in Newcastle. We might get back to you, Randy. We might not. Take what you can get. Next up, under the G of 50. Under the G of 50. Playing now for our full card bingo. under the G50. Playing for that full card bingo. There we go. G50 was our last number. Next up, under the I-21. Under the I-21. Next up, under the G59. Under the G59. Under the O72, under the O72. Another O, under the O75, under the O75. Under the G56, under the G56. Under the G49, under the G49. Under the B8, under the B8. There we go. Under the B8. Under the O61, under the O61. Playing for that full card bingo. Under the O61. Under the N40, under the N40. There you are. Under the I-18, under the I-18. Under the B6, under the B6. Another B, under the B13, under the B13. Under the O73, under the O73. Under the O66, under the O66. Under the N35, under the N35. That snapped up with some authority under the G48, under the G48. Under the N, 34. Under the N, 34. Under the I, 29. Under the I, 29. Under the G, 55. Under the G, 55. Under the B, 10. Under the B, 10. Under the N, 44. Under the N, 44. Another N. Under the N, 41. Under the N, 41. Under the I, 16. Under the I, 16. Our 38th number. Getting our 40-ball recap shortly. Under the I, 16. Under the O, 67. Under the O, 67. Our 39th number. Under the O, 67. And our 40th ball tonight, under the G, 54, under the G, 54. We'll give that a couple seconds, and then we'll have our recap and a break. Under the G, 54. All right, so tonight we have called under the B, 1, 5, 6, 8, 10, 13, 15. Under the I, 16, 17, 18, 21, 26, 29. Under the N, 34, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Under the G's, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 54, 55, 56, 57, 59, and 60. And under the O's, 61, 62, 63, 65, 66, 67, 72, 73, and finally 75. And with that, we'll take a very short break and come back and finish our game.
I'm not special. Cancer happens to people all the time. I take 1 mile at a time, 26 miles a day. I want to set an example that'll never be forgotten. Sometimes it feels endless. But the pain I feel is nothing. I've seen little kids in so much pain. Somewhere, the hurting must stop.
Terry Fox ran more than halfway across Canada to raise money for cancer research. Every year, millions of people around the world continue the marathon of hope in his name.
Welcome back. Let's finish off this game, shall we? Under the O, 71. Under the O, 71. That's had a bit of exposure. We'll give it a second or two. Under the O, 71. 71 is done. Next up, under the O 69. Under the O 69. Under the I-24, under the I-24, looking for a bingo on 48 numbers or less for $4,000 tonight. Under the I-24. Under the N-33, under the N-33. It's fighting me. Oh my gosh. Under the N-33. Up under the O74, under the O74. Under the I-28, under the I-28. Under the B14, under the B of 14. And our 48th number tonight, under the G51, under the G51. We'll play on for our $3,500 bingo. Under the G51. Under the B9, under the B9. Looking for that full card bingo. If you achieve a bingo, call the number on the back of your card. There's all kinds of Kinsmen up there. I'm not sure who they are tonight. They haven't told me. Under the B9. Under the I-30, under the I-30, and from the magic of TV land comes the list. There we go. We'll do that in a second. Under the I-30. Good King Daryl, one of our other callers. Under the I-30. Next up, under the N45, under the N45. With that, we'll take a quick second. Thanks to Jim Story, Carolyn Holmes, Dean Pappas, Reed Manley, Dave Comerford, Barry Kraft, Dean Del Mastro, Bob Hall, Daryl Junkins, Les Carionis, Conrad Toner, Lee's in the studio from Chorus. Thank you very much all for helping make this bingo a success. Under the N45. Next up, under the O70, under the O70. I'm going to give this one a second on my end. I can see the TV. I'm a ball behind, so we'll let this one play, see where we're at under the O70. Nothing yet. All right, we'll play on. Under the N38, under the N38. Okay, so we are checking a full card bingo. We'll take a very quick break, come back and see how we made out.
Winter, the perfect time to enjoy the great outdoors. You've got the gear and plenty of fresh powder. The sled is good to go, and all you need now are your friends. But if you've been drinking, please remember that operating a snowmobile while impaired is both dangerous and illegal. Fines, license suspension, insurance increases, and even jail time can ruin a good ride. Don't get left out in the cold. Thanks for always riding sober. A message from Arrive Alive, Drive Sober.
Welcome back, players. We do have a full card bingo checked and verified. Thank you very much for playing Kinsmen Super TV Bingo tonight. Go Leafs, go, and we'll see you next week.